Hi, everyone. Welcome to the first family edition of Drinks on Me with me. I like to do this family edition because I think family dynamics are a big part of this age. And also, it's really easy to book my family because I can use that family tactic of guilting them. My first family guest is Brian Peikin. Brian is my brother.
Nice to meet you guys. I don't know where to look, but...
That's your camera.
Hey, how are you? How are you, everybody?
Brian is my older brother. He's done a bunch of cool stuff in the fitness space. He recently got married to my wonderful sister-in-law, Annabelle. Brian and I are quite close, I would say. I officiated his wedding. We're just generally best friends. Would you agree?
Definitely. I think, 100% best friends.
You're doing so good on the pot.
I'm a man of a very few words.
No,
Pretty breezy and, just chill normally.
Yeah, no ADHD at all.
No, I just kind of relax and sit and, I don't really say much. I keep to myself.
Brian, your drink of choice is a vodka martini, no vermouth, with a bit of pepper. See the show notes for the recipe I literally just said. Why is this your drink of choice?
Tito's dirty martini with black pepper. It has to be Tito's or Kettle One. I like a smoky drink. I like a mezcal. I like jalapeno infused tequila, but I like martinis better. So the black pepper adds a bit of smokiness to the drink. You always shake the martini with the black pepper in there. Keeps it a little smoky, gives a little oomph to it. Yeah. Can we drink it?
Yeah, we can drink it now.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Nothing like an 11 a.m. martini. No, I'm just kidding. It's 4 o'clock.
The black pepper's floating nicely, which it usually does, and I think.
Yeah, it'll go down to the bottom.
But it's good. It's a good one. All right, Brian, why'd you need the drink?
Well, specifically today or every day? Our mom has Alzheimer's and has had it for 6 years. It's been a journey these last 6 years. I would go as far as to say for the first 24 years of my life, I didn't face 1 ounce of difficulty. I'm forever grateful for that. But the last 6 years have 100% given me an understanding of what difficulty feels like and what a challenge is.
That's why I'm drinking too.
We chose the big glasses today.
So I want to do this before we get into it. First of all, I don't think people are their illnesses. I don't think they are their disabilities. However, I think
you're your deafness.
I'm 100% my
Yeah,
deafness. That's my personality.
That's your
for
personality.
Sure. I don't think people are their disabilities, are their diseases, except for me. But I think some context is important to see why we're talking about it the way we are, why we're so used to what's going on, probably. So the full context, as you said a bit, was that mom was diagnosed summer of 2020, depths of the pandemic. She was showing signs for like a year and a half before that, but she was a lawyer, incredibly smart, incredibly competent, covered it.
You all hear that?
I hate you so much. Anyway.
You told me to be funny.
So she's had it for 6.5 years. Alzheimer's is really hard to quantify, but there are technically 7 stages, and mom is pretty firmly in the 7th.
Yeah. I'm on the board of the Alzheimer's Association, and so I'm learning a bit about these stages and other people who are going through this situation. And this stage sucks. It's a stage that destroys the family. It's almost worse for those around her because she's in a state of almost relaxation, which is excellent. And for us, we're cognizantly watching what's happening, and it's tough.
Obviously, this is happening to both of us, so I'll jump in, I think, more than I would have. But I wanted to ask you, can you tell people about mom, who she really is?
We'll put this on while we talk about mom. A little bit about mom, Jody Misher Peikin. She's currently 59 years old. Went to Tufts University and Harvard Law School. Just the most kind and caring individual in the world. Just now, I asked if I can go away on a bachelor trip that I'm going on this weekend. I was like, mom would be like, don't be a loser. Like, you're going, you're going to go, you're going to have a great time.
Stop agonizing.
And exactly. That's who she was. Like, she could be on her deathbed and she would be like, go have fun. Go do your thing. Not materialistic, just cared for those around her. We joke that she's not breezy and chill.
She had a temper.
But all you have to do is say sorry. And that makes somebody breezy because I apologize to you and you need like a 45 minutes to calm down.
45 minutes is not that long. She was fierce.
It's hard to remember, honestly.
It's been a long time.
This last couple of years has been, I look back on photos now, I see what she was a year ago and I'm like, that's mom.
Yeah,
but
we didn't think so.
We didn't think so then, and now this is mom.
What was your relationship with mom like?
I'm a mama's boy, so to my core, all the reassurance that I needed in life was from her. Grew up with a ton of anxiety and stress around health, around job stuff, around uncertain situations. I was pledging my frat, and I have texts on my phone of, Mom, I'm like stuck in a room with 40 guys. Am I okay?
Eating a goldfish.
I just chugged 2 handles of vodka by myself. Do you think I'll be okay?
She would have said yes.
And she texted me back, be like, yes, of course, just be safe. And
after 2 handles of vodka.
Exactly.
And a gold. It's hard for me because Mom defined my whole life.
This podcast is about me, actually.
This podcast is about me.
I'm the guest.
But it's my podcast.
You can do a self-tape.
Obviously, I released this podcast for attention. It's about me. My story.
I don't want a story. I don't want to listen to your story.
I just listened to your story.
But I'm the guest. No, you can go.
I don't want to go.
Go. Tell your story.
I don't want to go.
Tell your story.
Mom defined my life from the very beginning. I was born deaf. No one in our family knew anything about it. She didn't know anything about it. Everyone was scared, and she just powered through to the extent that I didn't even know anything was different about me from that birth moment. I feel like gave me all my qualities. Not the bad ones, but the other ones.
You got most of your qualities from Dad, though.
No, don't say that. That's terrible. Who do you
very
like better?
Persnickety. Who do I like better?
Mom or Dad?
What do you think, Dad?
Mom.
Equal.
Well, Mom doesn't do much, and Dad's so annoying now. Our dad's being so irritating as he's losing his wife, isn't he? We love our dad.
Class act.
How did you feel when she was first diagnosed, and what did you think the future was going to look like?
My best friend Lorenzo, his mom had Alzheimer's, and he would be like, my mom got lost in New York. I'm like, okay, call the police. I didn't really understand what that meant until when Mom's still going to the nail salon and hair salon and doing all that stuff, and I'm like, is she going to be able to get home? To think that that was my biggest concern is insane. My brain was more so prepared for she's going to get lost somewhere and not this. What's currently happening with her is she's just kind of just lays there. My brain didn't go to this. It went to oh my God, like she has Alzheimer's. I didn't even know what that meant. I called my psychiatrist the day I found out and just cried. I was just like, I was right. She lost her passport about a year earlier in Vancouver, and I had happened to have a psychiatrist appointment that day. I said to him, I was like, she has Alzheimer's. He was like, and if she does, you'll be okay. He has gotten me through being able to accept the fact that this is going to happen and you are supposed to have your parents die before you.
I know you say that, but losing a parent at this age is so weird because we're technically adults, right? We can do the caretaking, we can do the bathroom stuff, we can do the shower stuff, we can help her emotionally because we're adults, but we're also not fully functioning in a certain way. We don't have kids and we haven't experienced a lot of parental support that others have. Our friends are not going through things like this. They're going through the happy parts. And you went through the happy part of the wedding. I'm so glad you got to have that with Mom. But I'm curious how you think of that. Sure, we're supposed to lose our parents, but losing our parents at this age, how do you feel about that dissonance?
In all seriousness, the biggest life lesson that I've learned throughout all of this is perspective. I mean, I talk about it a lot when I speak for Alzheimer's Association. I talk about it with a lot of my friends who are going through difficulties. You gain a perspective that you've never even believed you can understand. I have friends that have lost parents 10 years ago. I have friends that have been to rehab because they've lost parents. It could be so much worse. The mother-son dance, was it the same that I imagined? Hell no. But was it beautiful in a way? And like, was she able to do it? Yeah. What if my wedding was this year? I think now is just like, it's not expected. It could be so much worse. The word gratitude and perspective is, sorry, that's a different one. That's gratitude and patience. Patience is important too. But I have the word perspective tattooed right under a photo of my mom and I. And you can see that photo of me and
Yeah,
Mom.
get that in there. Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, perspective.
I agree with that. I know I'm not as open and as breezy as you are, but I do agree with that.
I have a lot of perspective, but when I get home, boy, does my wife hear about it.
I was talking about this, I think, on another episode of this, but when you're in high school and when you're in college and all that, that's a very narcissistic time, right? It's all about you and your future and all of that. Now I know that it's much more about other people, and though I wish this never happened, I think I'm grateful for the knowledge that when this does happen to other people in my life, I will be there and I will know how to deal with it. Many people don't know how to deal with this and support others in this time, which is fair. So I'm grateful for that knowledge. But yeah, this dissonance.
What does that mean?
Well, now I don't even know how to explain it. Cognitive dissonance is like, this is kind of fucking off. I ordered a stripper for Hannah's bachelorette, and in my text, so I had a text conversation with Johnny, the stripper, and I'm like, dress like a cowboy, please. And then a couple texts below, I have the text with scheduling the doctor, the caretaking. Like, I'm 28. Stripper was good, though, by the way. He was fun.
See his penis?
It was definitely bulging right out of that little Speedo. See, or like good things happen to me that happen for people our age, and it's hard to take them in.
Well, you just got into writing school. It's awesome.
I'm a writer.
Post-grad. When you're unemployed for a year and a half, you just have to apply to schools.
Self-employed, Brian. Self-employed.
Fun. This is it. I'm the guest on the self-employed podcast.
Self-employed. There's no money, but it's coming. I want a Tito sponsor so bad. I have a couple more questions. Can you talk about caretaking and what that's like and how that makes you feel?
There's multiple levels of caretaking, right? For those who don't know, my sister lived in LA for 3 years at the beginning of this situation, and there's zero anger or frustration at you for being there.
I was racked with guilt.
You were
racked.
living your life, and mom would want you to live your life, and so would I, and so do dad.
I know.
So does dad. But I thought of myself as a caretaker during those times because we didn't have professional caretakers at that time. Mom would lose the cats, and like I'd have to leave work to come up and find them for her because otherwise she couldn't relax. I would take her to the nail salon. I would take her to lunch. I would watch the Mets with her, really taking care of her mental state and making sure she was happy. Allie has gone as far as to literally care for our mom like somebody would in a nursing home. Caretaking is caretaking, and I think like
it's no joke.
An hour ago, I'm lifting her up to try to sit her up in her chair. You pull from the wrong angle and you pull your back out. My dad has a fantastic team.
They have taken most of the burden off of us.
100%. How grateful are we that dad can afford this and can take care of her?
It is the epitome of privilege.
Let's go. Fire some more questions my way.
You're enjoying it, aren't you?
Don't get to speak often about this where it's not a burden to somebody else. And I think it is a burden to... Annabelle can attest to this. I'll come home from this tonight and I'll be a martini deep, and she's probably expecting me to go through a whole thing and we're going to talk and we're going to this. Like, no, like I actually want to chill out tonight and let her relax and enjoy the evening. It's going to go forward and that's it. But to be able to talk about this and hopefully tons of people can see it. And I just want to be able to help the next generation or next set of people that are going through what we're going through. As angry as I am as a person and as much as I hate people, I love people and I want to be able to help in any capacity.
I agree. I want to help, even though I don't think I have that demeanor of Mother Teresa. I know we're flat, and I know people might be surprised that we're speaking about it flatly, but this is how we speak honestly. And it's just not in a bad way. I think people say it is what it is. In a bad way, it is what it is, and let's try to make sense of it. How do you ask for support from people in your life? Because, I don't. I like my mental health low.
That's a loaded question. Like, my wife. She gives it without asking. She's been my rock since I met her, basically a month after mom was diagnosed. I've sent texts to friends and been like, you need to step up. I need help. I've learned I have expectations for friends. There are certain people that I expect shit from. If I don't get it, I will let them know. How they respond is a judgment to their character, is a telltale to what they are and who they are. I have very good friends. Obviously, in your head, you have a point system. I had to ask him once. I had to ask them once. I'm mad. These people shouldn't. But I think it goes back to just everybody's different. I'm applying to new jobs right now, and it talks about how do you coach your team. I run a team of individuals ranging from 40 people to 5 people. Everybody's different, and your expectations for every single person have to be different. Obviously, the ultimate goal, if I'm running a team, is you have to perform, you have to meet certain goals. How I get to that goal for each individual has got to be different. So if I have you and I have Annabelle, I can't treat you guys the same because you have different personalities, right? It's something I've learned through work, but also through life, is that certain friends aren't going to be the ones that text first, and that doesn't make them bad. It makes them different. And I have amazing friends who they text me all the time. It was hard in the first few years to differentiate people's characteristics and traits, and I expected everybody to be the same.
Perspective.
It's literally all about perspective in life.
That's teaching me lessons. I think I'm not expressive. I try my best, but that makes it probably pretty hard for my friends to understand what they should do.
None of our friends have lost a parent to Alzheimer's.
I have met, by the way, people through work who have lost their parents to Alzheimer's or are losing parents. So it's been strange in that way. But yeah, that's what I was talking about, the dissonance. You're going through something completely different.
Still don't know what dissonance means, but I'll look it up later.
I don't really know either.
That's what these people do. These Harvard, Yale bullshit grads, they're like, use big words and they pretend they know everything, but they really fucking don't. They're just losers who have been unemployed for the last year and a half.
Self-employed. I know that I could be better about it.
Sorry. That should be the cover.
I'm keeping that in. For sure.
That should be like the clip that goes out on Instagram.
Yeah, I'll do it. What is the one thing that you wish people knew about how to support someone losing someone to this disease, but also losing anyone? This is a part of life, and it's not one that is maybe acknowledged for the stage we're in, but it happens.
I don't want sorry. Stop saying sorry to me. I'm so sorry, bro. I'm so sorry, dude. Don't apologize. It's not your fault to sound like dad. It's a fucking cop-out. Put yourself in my shoes. Put your favorite person on the couch and have her or him or them struggle, and then tell me how you feel. That's what I want people to understand. The thing that drives me the most bonkers, my grandma had Alzheimer's. Like, oh, fuck, I'm so sorry your 95-year-old grandmother is dying. Oh, fuck me. I'm so sorry. I don't mean that in a negative way. 2 grandmas we've lost, and like terrible and hard and the worst. But this is what happens. You lose your grandparents. But you're not supposed to lose your mom and dad at 30 years old or 27 or 28 years old. Try to get yourself into the realm of mom is sick and is on her way out, and then come and help me. I know that's brutal and it's going to piss some people off, but like, don't talk about your grandparents and tell me you know how I feel.
In sort of response to that, I think people make a little too much of what the perfect thing is to do, right? They think sorry is the right thing. The only thing is be there. You don't need to say the right thing. You don't need to text the right thing. Just be there. Be present. I don't know what that means to you. I don't know what that means to me. Try it. I've had experiences. I've tried to be there for people and check in. And I used to say, how are you, to someone who's grieving? And they were like, listen, I'm bad. Don't ask that. And I was like, fair enough.
In contrast, I like that. How are you text?
That's fair. By the way, if you hated that, someone tried, and you say, hey, that's not what I want, and they can correct. It's just try. I think a lot of people, and I'm not judging anyone, I think a lot of people are scared.
Somebody told me this weekend, I'm always thinking of you, but I don't reach out.
Fuck off. Fuck off.
If someone's going through something, I have 4 seconds in the day to send a text.
Everyone is on their phone 24 fucking 7.
Yeah,
Fuck off.
when I hear that, I'm like, look, man, you're with me or you're not. It's no shade at this specific individual. They meant well when saying this. I have people who are going through stuff that's not important compared to what I feel is important right now. But I still reach out to that individual because what's important to them might be different than what's important to me. And it's important as a friend to be loyal and to show up for these individuals and to make sure that as a friend, when you show up for somebody, they're going to show up for you. If you don't show up for that person, they're not going to show up for you. And like, that's the way life is. Goes back to kindergarten. You get what you put in. And if you put in nothing, you're going to get nothing. Yeah. If you put in a lot, you're going to get a lot.
Good martinis. Is there anything that you feel you've left unsaid here?
Be kind. I city bike all over New York, and if someone cuts me off, I flip them off. But just be kind. You don't know somebody else's story. If I'm biking really fast up Park Avenue and I try to beat a red light, it's because I'm going to see my mom. I expect people to kind of move out of my way because I'm rushing up to see mom, but they might be taking their cousin to the hospital. You don't know why somebody is rushing or trying to beat a red light. Mom, she would want me to be kind. She would want me to be loyal. She would want me to be respectful.
Do you remember I told you after mom had a big dip in Thanksgiving and I was walking around the block and it was raining, which is so on the nose, and I was smoking a little ciggy, which was so on the nose. I was walking there and I was like, all these people who are just normal people walking around smoking cigarettes or just walking their dogs, like they all have something. And it was genuinely the least lonely I've felt in my life, which was very strange to me. Everyone's got something.
I'm driving up on New Year's Eve with my wife to auto camp. You stay in like one of those camper truck situations in the Catskills or wherever. I'm at a traffic light. I look at the traffic light and I kind of like start to zone out. And that traffic light, no matter what you're going through, no matter what I'm going through, no matter what Joe Schmo is going through, that traffic light is going to go from green to yellow to red to green to yellow to red, and it's going to go forever. It does not care what you are going through or what I'm going through or what Joe Schmo is going through. And that's just the cycle. I had like almost like an epiphany, as Michael Scott, epiphany. No matter what you're going through, life will continue to move. The world will continue to spin. The people that you love will continue to be inside you and you will feel them.
This is why I'm grateful for you, because I think, you know, you're definitely you're definitely the... I hate you. You're definitely the person. What happened?
I banged my elbow.
You're definitely the person that knows me best for sure. You know, like I'm whatever I am. But like my feeling of life being... You know, fuck it. I'm going to the hot seat. I don't even fucking
No.
care.
I want to go. Go.
I don't care. I don't care.
No. Tell me. You don't open up often, so I want to get the tears rolling.
Fine. No tears ever. But you're the person that knows me best, and that resonates with me because my perspective of life being relentless. If you check your watch,
I have to be home to get on the couch.
oh my god. My perspective of life being relentless, that's really tough to me that all this is happening and people get their groceries and get the bus. That feels very relentless to me, but I understand your perspective.
Have you ever looked up 3rd Avenue or down 2nd Avenue? They just keep coming.
That's hard for me, though.
That's the world. Everybody goes through this. Everybody's going to die. That's the way the world works. Try to make the most of it. If you want to go to Australia, go to Australia.
Take a risk in your career.
Take a risk in your career. Do things that are important.
Say you love someone faster than you would.
I mean, ask Annabelle. I've texted that girl every single day since our first date because I was like, I'm going to marry her. Enjoy this journey a little bit. Being on this podcast has helped me. So like, I'm grateful for this podcast to be able to talk about this today.
I'm glad you liked it.
I just try to help the next set of people that go through these. I'm in the wellness space. I'm in the gym space, the fitness space, something to help you feel better, whether it's mentally, whether it's physically, whatever it is, just try to help the next set of people.
You have an emotional acuity. That's why you have your circle, and that's why you have your life. That's why you have your wife. That's why you're going to have such a great family. I know this isn't quite the same, but I'm trying to write about this, trying to say something that maybe someone will read and say, oh my God, I never thought of it that way.
I don't say this to you often because we aren't in a public setting. So you're a success.
Self-employed.
Your dedication to your craft and to your art, you need to continue to do it.
I don't know about that.
Nah, don't give up on it. Mom would never let you.
Never. I was applying to these bullshit jobs, and I was literally in my head. I was like, fucking hate these jobs. And I heard her so clearly, like, I hate them too. You're so right. I hear her pretty clearly now. I know that your future is not what you wanted. I know you wanted mom to be there.
To all those watching, the best way to describe Jody, she's the camp counselor. You're laying on the beach tanning because it's July, it's 200 degrees, and she's digging the holes with your children. For that, I'll always dig the holes. I'll always make the sandcastles. That's mom teaching us how to be.
I find her in so many things. I find her in the summer. I find her in stupid fucking silly phrases like teeth are wearing sweaters for when your teeth
Annabelle always, she turned to me the other night, we were out, and she's like, my teeth are wearing sweaters. And I was
when
like,
they feel me. It's when they feel me so good.
Yeah, it's pointing to you guys. All right, let's do the hot seat.
Would you rather take a bath with RFK Jr., he's wearing jeans, but you're not, or live with Christy Nome for a week?
Live with Christy Nome? RFK in the bath?
I think I'd rather...
How was your bath? Your dick is really big. I don't know if I can do that.
If you're dating someone you really like for a month, they're the one. It's like you're seeing Annabelle. They tell you they're pregnant with someone else's child. What do?
So I've only known this person for a month.
You haven't had sex and they fuck someone right before. Right? A month is 3 weeks.
A month is 4 weeks. You Harvard grad. That's a real tough. Like if I meet my soulmate and they had sex with somebody right before they went on their first date with me, I don't know. But like if they fuck somebody like a day after I met, you're out of here, bud. See ya.
A day?
After I met. See ya.
That's crazy. Do you think you're funnier than me?
I think it takes more energy for you to be funnier, but I say things that are funny.
You're funnier than me. You really think that?
I do.
Get your own podcast then. What are you having for dinner tonight?
Librettos, pizza, and a house salad with grilled chicken.
I'm having SpaghettiOs. How many people would you kill to cure Alzheimer's?
Family of 6.
Lucky that you don't have to kill anyone to cure Alzheimer's. Just donate to the Alzheimer's Association and you'll just have more people live. No dying.
I'm running 2 marathons this year. I'm running the London Marathon and I'm running the New York City Marathon. I will put my page on the link or whatever this podcast gets up to. I would appreciate any donation. Obviously, our family would appreciate the donation as well. And the donation, again, is not for you to feel bad about my mom or for you to feel bad about your friend's mom or your friend's grandma. It's so that we don't go through what they're going through and our children don't go through what they're going through. The Alzheimer's Association is really doing their absolute best to put every dollar that they get towards finding a cure.
And it's for you.
It's not for us. It's my mom's long gone.
You don't get the benefit. It's for
you. It's for your children. It's for your grandchildren. It's for anybody.
It's for the people you love. Future. Final question. Where in the entire world is your favorite place to get a drink?
When you started that sentence, I was going to say Bondi Beach. I absolutely love Bondi Beach. My wife's dad's from Australia, and we got lucky enough to take a trip down there, and Bondi Beach is just the best place on earth. But I think my favorite place to probably get a drink, Sag Harbor, New York. That's where we live in the summers. It's camera shut off.
Fuck.
No, that's good. That ended it.
No. Oh yeah, you said it. I think we got it, actually.
Yeah.
You said.
That's where we have our house, and those drinks on the deck with my dad, with my sister, with Annabelle, with friends, with family, celebrating my mom's birthdays the last few years. It's just the most special place. Thank you.
Thank you, and that's drinks on me. Thanks, Brian.